No, she can be late because I'll be late. Quality time.
Oh my days.
Quality time.
Hey, this is You would take a female out to Bagel King.
If she like Bagel King, yeah. That's what makes the date special. You get the bagel, you go back to the car. The car's intimate, it's quiet. You can talk, there's no interruptions. If you like morning.
But that's not a date night.
I agree with that. It's not a date night.
Right. Oh.
Hi guys, my name is Eddie Drisco.
No, it's not.
My mom calls me Eddie Kakatuzi. Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Hi guys, my name is Eddie.
My name's Sabrina.
And today's subject is
role reversal. Yes.
Some could argue very little after that a man would like his female to be an alpha female, and he I know very few would argue, but if that's the situation, what's your take on that?
My take on that, alpha female,
because there are
he'd have to be a very strong guy. They both have to
be strong.
Yes.
And she be stronger than him.
Like, you both have to balance it out. You can't be 100% strong and my guy is like 75%. How is that balanced? Do you know what I mean?
But if it happens, then
can it
work? Can it work? Can he be
I don't know, because I don't know anybody that's in a relationship like that.
I am someone who sees himself as a natural leader. I do like to protect, but at the same time I also like to be protected, and I think that is a trait of a leader. People tend to sort of disregard. A leader isn't someone that just leads, a leader is someone who follows as well. I don't want a woman that's harder and domineering than me. I'm not saying the woman can't be strong or have strengths and qualities, obviously, of leadership and power. That's not a problem for me. I guess it's just down to preference. I would prefer a woman who has a balance of both, if you were to put it that way.
And I think the minute you say, oh, a guy should do this and a girl should do this and it should be up to the guy, things just don't work. Like, things don't progress because you're too busy waiting when, like, a month ago you guys would have known that you were both interested in each other. So the question is, should a guy be the first one to tell you whether he's interested in you or not? No. I don't think it needs to be gender specific. Like, if I'm interested in somebody and I feel like we're interacting and it's very obvious that we're interested in each other, I won't tell him that I'm interested in him because I can be a bit proud, but I will ask him, are you interested in me? Is this going somewhere? So,
like, if I have an example, my auntie and uncle, Auntie Evelyn and Uncle Thomas, hi. When I was last in St. Lucia in 2012, my auntie was telling me that at certain points in their relationship, she was like either very much financially stable, more like was earning more than Uncle Thomas or whatever, and where she was lacking, he was like thriving. Where she was thriving, he was lacking, and it was just in different seasons, different points, but it balanced out their relationship, their marriage, and they're very, very strong. Like, they're very, very, very best friends. Do you know what I mean? I don't know of a relationship where it's overpowers, like so dominating, where it works. It just doesn't look stable. Like, they're probably still together, but it doesn't mean that it's
working.
Yeah.
So you touched on she earned more than him. How do you see that nowadays? Because obviously they're from a different generation. What's your take on women earning more than their male counterpart? Yeah, do you think their male's going to be intimidated by that, or it just depends on them?
That's the question I should be asking you. I don't know. I feel like if the guy is secure, there's no issue. Like, if you're confident with what you're doing, with your craft, whatever you're pursuing or whatever the season you're in at that time, it really doesn't matter in the relationship. Like, I know two people, one of which their partner doesn't always get constant income as much as she does, and they're not amazingly financially set, but they're very stable in their relationship.
How would I feel if my husband earned less than me? Well, let's be real. I don't think that it's a deal breaker. And obviously if it's my husband, it isn't. But different careers pay differently, and it's very possible that he could earn less than me. But I think for me, the most important factor is his ambition and his drive, knowing that he knows how to make money and he has knowledge on how to better himself all the time. And I also feel that earning more or earning less doesn't make a man more or less. But personally, if I was to be with a man, he would be someone who is like-minded, so we would earn around the same amount, or someone who is better, so someone that would want me or make me want to achieve more. So yeah, it's not a deal breaker if he earns less than me, and that doesn't make him less or more of a man. And it's also down to me as well, because we're in partnership together, so it's 50-50.
Do I think men should be the only breadwinners? No, it's not realistic in today's society. The average person to own their own house is 52, so I'm not going to expect my man to pay mortgage, rent, gas. It's just not going to happen. It's unrealistic, and I haven't been brought up to be made to sit at home and wash and cook and clean. I'm not a fan of it. Like, no one, enjoys doing it, and I have my own ambitions and things that I want to do, and I would hope that my man would want to push me to reach those levels, and he's going to have his own ambitions and what he wants to do, and I'm definitely going to push him to reach those things, because I'm sure that's one of the things I loved about him in the first place. And I want our children to see that. I want them to be like, wow, this is what mum and dad are doing, and like, I want to do that. I want to set the bar for them so they know, don't be coming home less than this. Don't be depending on someone else to make your life better. You make your life better, because you're in charge of your own happiness. So I don't think guys should be the only breadwinners. I think if you own your house, you do your own thing. If you're in a partnership, you should both help out, because it's just hard in this climate, and that's what you're there to do it together. So do it together.
We're saved, so we would say as long as Christ is the center, the purpose of the relationship, it is what it is. But for those that don't have that security, to know that you're secure in yourself and you know where you're going, there is no issue, because you're not going to stay at that position.
Okay. It's dependent on each situation. I say that because he could be the only breadwinner. There may be instances whereby his income allows for that, where he can sustain both himself and his wife, and if there are children involved, he could sustain all of them on his income, and they may not see the need for the wife to go out and work, and that would be perfectly fine. However, in an instance where the man doesn't earn enough, you would then encourage the woman to go and work, especially if there's nothing like health issues stopping her from being able to work. You would encourage her to do that. However, there ought to be for the woman a priority given to her household. So even if she's going out to work, her house comes first. And when I say house, I mean the keeping of the house and the rearing of children. That's not to say that's not an issue that men have to also be involved in, but scripture calls for the women to be workers at home. In Titus 2 and in 1 Timothy 5, and I think it's 14, is where Paul exhorts young women to marry and to bear children and to be keepers of their household. And so there is a different priority that women ought to give to their household than men do. I think even in 1 Timothy it speaks of a man who doesn't provide for his household. So we see consistently in scripture there is this difference in roles, whereby the man ought to be in one sense the provider of the household and the woman taking care of the house. So that would be my answer.
I'm an alpha male. I believe it. A man should aspire to be successful, but I don't feel like a woman shouldn't as well. I feel like it's equally the same for a woman. And if a woman is earning more than a man, well, me personally, just the pride and, feeling like I have to be the provider for my wife and my family, it would just be nothing but motivation for me. But she's my wife, so I'll be happy for her.
As a man, I think it's cool, because as long as I'm bringing a lot to the table, then it wouldn't emasculate me. I think it's cool for the lady to make more money than you, because money comes and goes, but you still got the love there.
With me personally, I wouldn't mind if my other half earned more than me. I would like to earn more than her, just because I want to be chivalrous. And yeah.
Chivalry as well, to me, it's like being a protector of your woman and being a leader, because the guy is always going to feel like this is mine. And that, for some guys that are not secure in things like finances, if your partner is earning more than you, I'm pretty sure, whether or not you want to admit it, pretty sure you're gonna feel like
yes man, but I want to do stuff for her and I can't really do that because she's earning more than me and money's a bit tight this month.
But at the same time, if you guys know each other well enough, there's nothing wrong with it. And if the female allows herself to be a lady and just relax and not always...
Yeah, that's not possible though.
Yes,
ladies don't relax.
Well, who said we can't?
don't relax.
Okay.
You probably can, but you don't.
Who told you we don't?
Some of the people that I've come
Amen.
across.
Some. Right. You
Okay,
don't
all
know
of them
everybody
that
in this world.
All the people that I've come across.
In what sense do they not relax?
They always want to take control.
It's because you guys. You're
And it will only
time
happen.
wasted.
No, and it will only happen if the guy lets them do that.
There we go. But at the same time, you men knowing how we are, if you just continue being the leader, we'll respect that. Some of us like to be
Like, no.
and you're just like,
Okay, cool.
do you know what I mean? Sometimes being affirmed with firm, I don't even know the word I'm trying to look for here.
Affirmative.
Whatever.
Is that real?
I don't think that's the right context, but
Google it.
it's a word. I just don't know if it's the
In
right
the concept, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I like to be with a man that's so much of a leader that it's easy for me to follow him. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I can be very dominated. I can be very stubborn.
Yeah.
If I respect them enough, I will just shut up when I need to shut up. Speak out of wisdom. Not, do you know what I mean? Just behave myself.
Yeah.
I'll just be a lady.
That's put something in my head. So, should a female hit a man?
No.
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 Under any circumstance.
No.
Should a man hit a female?
No.
Under any circumstance.
No.
Okay, cool.
No for both sides.
Cool.
Because then, if she lashes out at him, there's only so much he can take before he's like, do you know what I mean? That's just long, and then you're both fighting because it's just long. Who has time?
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody has it. No one has time because he doesn't wear makeup, and you just be caking your face with concealer. It's just, one of you is gonna end up with GBH. Someone's gonna be in a cell. Someone's gonna be in hospital. Another person might be 6 feet under. No one has time for it. Just communicate, have understanding, and chill out. Yeah.
I agree.
Crazy.
I agree, but it happens. So has a friend ever done anything spontaneous for you? And I mean a friend.
There was one time where one of my friends, as you said, put it, came down. What I said was it was after watershed time, right? Okay, so that basically watershed is 9 p.m. and it was definitely after. No, it was about 9. And I was at work, and I was like, yeah, so I haven't seen you in time, you know. And he was like, oh, it's true. Like I'll see if I can come after work. And work usually finishes at 5. He didn't finish at 5. But he still made effort to come all the way down.
Sounds like you came from a long way.
It was far.
Out of London far?
No, it was in London. It was over the bridge.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and we chilled, and yeah, like we chilled, and then went to the train station. He went home. That was it.
You went where?
I took him to the train station, and he went home.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
That's romantic.
Yeah, it was alright.
So you just chilled
Yes, we just chilled.
and talked
Yeah, man.
about life.
Of course, and bantered. Like that.
Banter or flirtation? Like be flanta. There's a saying called flanta.
You just made it up.
No, I didn't. Flirtation and banter, flanta.
No, you're a liar. You just made that up. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay, then you can be curious off camera. What kind of foolishness is that? You just made that up just now.
I'm gonna flanta with people. Flanta. Sounds like Fanta.
Yes, it does, very much so. So sneaky.
So, you asked me about my date night. What's your ideal date night?
My ideal date, oh lord. My ideal date night would be just spending quality time. So it could be anything spontaneous that is thoughtful, like you know, like as in you know me, like we're good friends and you know what I like, and you actually just put in effort to just accomplish that. Like I can't list out things because I like food, I like parks, I like activities, I like being outside of the house.
Anything that tickles your fancy.
Yeah, Genuinely, anything that actually took with my fancy, whatever somebody might consider as whack, I might think, no, but that's alright. You know what I mean? So I can't really just flick it out. All I know is I like summer and like chilling in the park, minus the hay fever and bugs. Can do that, you know? Walking along a bridge, we can do that.
Out.
Pardon?
Take her to the park and do your thing.
What?
They go for a walk in it.
Are we saved right now? I mean,
I'm saved, it's alright.
As long as it does involve food, because I will get hungry.
You're always hungry.
Shut up.
I just gave you my plate of food. It's not a grudge though.
Shit. Just be genuine. Lovely, don't waste my time. If you're gonna waste my time, don't take me out. Don't bother. I can chew on my ones.
Alright,
comfy on my ones. Don't need no assist.
Comfy on my ones, don't need an assist.
Since this is roll for the verse. Rolling. Since this is roll the verse, how would you feel, say, if you were to get married and your husband is now a house husband? You don't need to say anything. It's alright. I know how you feel. That says it all. Cool.
No, but
cool. It's leave it as that. That is
it depends
cool.
on the circumstances. That's genuine. It has to be a genuine circumstance.
Like
he got laid off from work. He can't help that, can he?
Okay.
Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna chill at home and do what has to be done in the house while I go out and do my career thing until you find something.
Okay.
As long as it's a season.
3 years have gone by and still no job. You got kids.
Then we're gonna pray and we're gonna find a job. That's what we're gonna do.
So he has to work now.
But yeah.
Okay, he can't
just. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. In this male-driven world, more times a guy gets paid more than a female. So, yes, I'll be bringing in the P, but I will be more financially settled if he worked and I didn't, or if I work and he works. It just wouldn't make sense otherwise. For example, I've had crusty experiences. Boy, you know the ones where you're seeing somebody and then 3 months later they tell you that they have twins that were just born like 3 weeks ago. No, that's enough of a shout out. You're dumb. Cause don't be a
How can you date Sabrina and you don't tell her?
They didn't date me.
You're rude.
Eddie, behave please, thanks. Are you so laughing? Oh my gosh, my ears are hot. Sorry. Continue.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay guys, that's the end of our video for role reversal. You wanna do the hand gestures again now?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. It's been fun with this clown.
It's alright.
But yeah, leave your comments below. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And see you on the next video.
Bye bye.
Deuces. Are you actually doing the talking drum?